this before I tweet it out, I mean, is just kind of astonishing. And that this kind of mixture of insecurity and narcissism and ignorance is very, very, very dangerous.
Is there anybody in his inner circle able to say, every time you take your little fingers and you tweet away something inaccurate like that, you chip away at the credibility of the presidency and respect for this country worldwide?
No.
Is there anyone who can say this to the president? Does anybody know? I don't. I actually know everybody in there, and I don't think they can.
We don't know if they are.
This is a huge problem.
But I agree with Rick. It's frankly dangerous. That this stuff is supposed to be 100% correct when it comes out, so you can trust what the president says. And maybe he's running around this morning saying, "Do you think
spreading
misinformation?
That was
bad? Maybe I shouldn't have tweeted that."
And it's toxic. Insecurity, narcissism, and ignorance. It's toxic.
From the top.
It's toxic, and that's not making the distinction between, you know, eggheads and working class folks.
No.
Ignorance, insecurity.
I really hope that's what.
When the president's insecure, the country becomes insecure.
Yeah.
And that's something he's got to grab.
Joining us from Minneapolis, Deputy Chair of the Democratic National Committee, Congressman Keith Ellison of Minnesota. Congressman, I guess first of all, if you could respond to the president's factually incorrect tweet this morning.
Well, of course, it's ridiculous, but it's also a head fake. I mean, just last week, Jeff Sessions was found to have been arguably lying to Congress regarding his contacts with the Russian ambassador in the context of all types of strange and unnerving connections with Russia. And he puts out this silly stuff, and now we're talking about it. I'm not critiquing you guys for talking about it. It's news, but it does sort of shift the dialogue around the country when he puts out this absurd stuff about stuff that really is detrimental, damaging, and worrisome. And of course, you know, this Muslim ban, which they insist is not a Muslim ban, although that's what he called it on the campaign trail, is a hot issue. And so when he puts this stuff out, I agree that it's narcissistic and insecure. I also agree that it has the effect of changing the conversation.
Mike Barnicle, then Ketty Kay. Mike?
Congressman, you are now #2 in the DNC, trying to get the Democratic Party back on the winning side of things nationally.
That's
How
right.
do you go about doing this? How do you go about getting, you know, a 42-year-old man with his 42-year-old wife and their 2 kids who live in suburban Minneapolis, who are maybe taking home in between 75 and 100 grand? How do you convince them that your party has not gone so far left that they are now, their lives, their hopes, their dreams are in the rearview mirror?
Well, that person, if they're living in suburban Minneapolis, they voted for me. I've won with 70% of the vote, and my turnout has been increasing every single year that I've been in office. So that person's not a problem. But let's just say somebody in Kentucky or Youngstown, Ohio, somewhere like that,